So why should you be bartering in 2020 in the age of COVID? Well, I'm gonna get right to it. It's if you're in a business or you're a professional and things are slow right now, you need to be bartering. And I'm gonna go to more specific in just a few minutes, a few seconds. If your inventory is seasonal and you're constantly each year discounting and liquidating and blowing stuff out, you should be bartering. If you have unbooked time slots, you're a chiropractor, you own a spa or a salon, or you're a dentist and you have unbooked time slots, you should be bartering. And if things are tight, you should be bartering. You should be especially bartering if things are tight. Well, let's real quick. Right now, because of COVID, lots of businesses are slow. Lots of businesses have unbooked time slots, and there's inventory that normally would have moved during the summer or moved during the spring, but because of everything that's happened, we've passed those seasons. So you're stuck with things on your shelf, or the new electronic item is coming out and you still got a bunch of the other ones because you didn't anticipate all of this. Bartering could be a great way for you to recapture a large portion of what you paid out, because what do we conventionally do? Well, the season's passed or the model numbers is old, so we'll discount it and blow it out and then get pennies on the dollar, just trying to recoup as much as we can on what we put out. Bartering can be an excellent way for you to be able to overcome that and maybe get even higher value than what you would have got if you actually sold that product for cash. So why bartering? Bartering is basically exchanging one thing for another, right? Even spending cash to a certain extent is bartering, because you're exchanging one thing for another. Typically, we don't look at it like that. We look at it like I'm exchanging, a watch for a phone, for example. But you may have a restaurant that's empty right now, and you still have to pay your employees. Maybe you could barter. You got a wedding coming up, or you have some sort of trip that's planned. With everything going on right now, maybe you can barter for that. Maybe you could turn something that you're getting ready to spend cash on into a barter deal using something that you already currently have. Unbooked time slots. I mean, if nobody's coming today from 1 to 5, and you can turn that into some photography or some commercials for your business, or a new website, or so on and so forth. Why wouldn't you do that instead of just paying to have your doors open from 1 to 5? The biggest thing that if things are tight, you definitely need to be bartering. We go to Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. We'll go to the garage and we might find some stuff out there and be like, oh, what can I sell? But typically, people are looking for really good deals. When you barter, a lot of times, the individuals will actually trade you for something of equal value. So where you might have was selling something that was worth $500 on Facebook Marketplace for $200, somebody will probably barter with you for that $500 item for something else that's worth $500. So that's a big difference right there. And in future videos, we'll talk more about just why that's so important. But anyway, first thing you need to do, get a list of everything that you have, no matter what it may be: a product, a service, an idea, old inventory, a skill set, whatever it may be. Make a list of what you have to barter. The next thing you want to do is also make a list of everything that you want. Now, this can be business and this can also be personal. Make a detailed list of everything that you want. The third thing is, who has these things? Great places to look to be able to find people who barter and trade. You can find a barter section on Craigslist. You can also find a section where individuals barter on Facebook Marketplace. Also, there's lots of groups that are on Facebook Marketplace that barter. If you're a business owner, this is a great time to talk to your local trade exchange. There's barter exchanges all over the country where businesses trade through a retail fashion with each other, utilizing barter exchanges. And it's a great concept, something that you should definitely look into, because when you have that haves and that wants list, you can, if you join a barter exchange, you can actually give that to the barter exchange and have them actively go out and help you find those things that you may need. So it becomes an extension of yourself. Let's talk about a couple of misconceptions real quick. One misconception is, well, man, Marlon, I need money. Well, really, do we need money? I mean, we need money, but nobody really wants money. We want what money can buy. So if I can work with a barter exchange, or if I can find that individual who has that car or that boat, or just able to cut my lawn today in exchange for something that I may have, that's a win. And those are things that we can do, and they're in our power. Now, there are some advanced strategies to being able to do some of this, but this is real basic, and this will work no matter where you're at right now. The last misconception is it safe? Well, treat barter deals like you would any cash deal. If you were gonna go and sell your iPhone for $1,000 on Craigslist, you wouldn't meet somebody in the back alley, at 1 a.m, in a desolate area. You just wouldn't do that. Well, in a barter deal, you wouldn't do the same thing. Nor would you have a roofer put a roof on your house and not have a contract for that. You wouldn't do the same thing in a barter deal. So the same way you would treat a cash transaction is the same way you need to treat a barter transaction. And last, is it safe to barter in the age of COVID? I would go back to my previous answer. Anything that you would do now to keep yourself safe, I would do the same thing in a barter transaction. Social distancing, wear your mask, whatever you feel like is appropriate for you and your own being, do those things to ensure your safety. And outside of that, I think everything will be all right. This is a great tip to have, especially right now, because there's lots of businesses that are bartering. There's a lot of excess capacity. And if you can get these things that are unused moving for you, it could help shore you up while things are just a little bit uncertain right now. This is kind of a way to create your own stimulus plan, right? So I hope these tips help. And what are some of the things that you're bartering? What are some tips that you have to help people get through some of these uncertain times? Please like and subscribe to this video and share it with anybody that you feel like this might help. All right, thank you.